Well, there are a lot of apps on the side hustle space and ways to make money, but there are a few that I just absolutely refuse to drive on. And the reasons why might surprise you, and I'm sure you can relate to some of these. We're gonna go over exactly why I don't drive on Amazon Flex. So there are a lot of apps out there, and how do you choose the best one for you? There's certain points that we're gonna go over in this video on how to decide when to and not choose a side hustle. Now, a little background. My name is Matt. I am Mike's twin brother on his channel, Your Driver Mike, and I have driven thousands and thousands of rideshare rides with Uber and Lyft and thousands of food delivery with Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Grubhub. And I'm helping Mike in this video share my thoughts on why I was hesitant to sign up for rides like Amazon Flex and DoorDash in the past, and this might relate to you. So when you're evaluating which exact app to sign up for, there's a few key points that you want to go over, and number one is time. You want to figure out, knowing what you know about the app, how much time is this going to take out of your day? For instance, if you're required to sign up, let's say, for a certain block of hours. Now, there are certain food delivery apps at the time where you can sign up and commit yourself to hours and hours during a day, or you can just go online immediately. So how much time are you willing to give to the app? Do you want flexibility? Do you want a set schedule where maybe you're required, like I said, to work 5 or 6 hours in a day? What is a valuable amount of time for you, and do you like flexibility in that schedule? So you're going to evaluate how much time it's typically going to take you and the flexibility of that schedule when you're choosing on how to sign up, or if you should sign up for the app. And this takes us into point number two, and that is knowledge. This is point two, but probably one of the most important points that I want to make whenever you're choosing an app to drive on, whether it's Amazon Flex, whether it's DoorDash or Uber as a driver or a Lyft, whatever it happens to be, and that is your knowledge. So you don't want to make the mistake of just going off of your decision based on what you've heard. Now, a lot of these apps are new, like Shipt or like Amazon Flex. They might just have arrived to your marketplace, and you're thinking, well, I haven't heard good things about this app. I've heard that you can't make a lot of money driving XYZ, whatever it happens to be. Food delivery, rideshare, parcel delivery like Amazon Flex. Well, you want to make your decision based on knowledge, not what you've heard. And that's exactly what Mike covers on his channel, Your Driver Mike, and we also share with you our experiences. So you don't want to go off of rumors and things you've heard, and here's a really good example. Whenever I was signing up for food delivery, I thought to myself, you know what, I've driven Uber as a Uber driver for passengers, I've driven Lyft. I like those companies. I'm very familiar with that. And of course, Uber is the only company of those two that also offers food delivery. So I signed up naturally for Uber Eats because I was comfortable with it. But I didn't really know anything about DoorDash or Grubhub. I was unfamiliar with the companies in general, and I was really basing my decision on whether to sign up, even though Mike told me you can make a really good amount of money on DoorDash here in Pittsburgh. Same with Grubhub, the demand is amazing. You need to sign up right now, and here is the mistake you do not want to make. If you're unaware, whenever you're contemplating signing up for an app like Uber Eats or Amazon Flex, there's certain windows that you might miss. So if they've fulfilled how many drivers they want in a given city, so here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I was interested in maybe I'll sign up for DoorDash. Maybe I'll sign up for Amazon Flex. And before I knew it, applications were closed. I could no longer sign up because apparently they reached their goal target of drivers in the area for that given time. Now, that's not to say that they constantly open and close these application windows. You're pretty much able to sign up most times, but just know, especially if it's an emerging app in your city, just sign up if you're considering it, because then you'll be approved if you do want to go online down the road. So again, you want to base your decision on time and knowledge. So there's a little short story about what I didn't know about DoorDash that prevented me from signing up. Now, I eventually signed up and had huge success here in Pittsburgh. So your time and your knowledge is very important, exactly why we are glad you're watching this channel. Ah, yes, and this brings us to point number 3, probably the point on most everyone's mind, and that is earnings. So this point is just as crucial as any because in point 1, we talked about how much time is this going to take, and then of course the second side of the equation is how much am I getting paid for that time. So here is where the value comes in. From our experience, we can tell you on an estimation how much you're going to make. Maybe it is driving on DoorDash or Uber Eats or Amazon Flex. I know Mike has driven quite a few Amazon Flex rides, but here's the thing. So we talked about in point number 1 how much time it's going to take out of your schedule, out of your day to make the earnings. So now we need to know, well, how much are we getting paid for whatever amount of time I'm going to be on the road. So some apps have guaranteed hourly rates where you might make $18 an hour or something like that, and others, like food delivery perhaps, is going to be all up to you. And that's where the value comes in that Mike teaches and us sharing our experiences. There's so many strategies and so many videos on the channel. But when you're talking about earnings, you want to think about, am I going to get paid a consistent amount that I can absolutely guarantee myself on? Is there a promised amount? Sometimes there's incentives and promotions on food delivery where if you drive a certain amount of deliveries, they will make sure you make X amount of money. And then things like Amazon Flex or Shipt, maybe it's a more consistent hourly rate that they're promising you. And then from there, you can decide, well, do I think I can make more money in my specific area? And this is exactly why we tell you to try every single app at least once if you're open to it, because then you can see, how does my market perform? Maybe I can make a lot of money on DoorDash or Grubhub, and I drive Amazon Flex and I like it, but it's not really as much in my city. And it goes without saying, but I really want to include it in this video because it's very, very important. Of course, your day-to-day responsibilities, maybe you're a full-time employee and this is a side hustle like myself. Maybe you have a growing family like I do, and I'm lucky to have a beautiful 6-month baby boy who is wonderful, but I'm driving less than I used to as a side hustle. Now, I still am out there on the road driving food delivery and things like that, but you got to think about, well, what is really my time being spent on? And if I'm going to choose a side hustle, you really want to choose correctly because maybe you don't have a lot of time like you used to. And do not get discouraged if you have a lot of other responsibilities like I just said. That's completely fine, and that's why this is a perfect time to sign up as a side hustle because you really can't drive on your own time. And because maybe this is a side hustle or full-time hustle, we want to think about your options. And point number 4, you want to think about what will you be doing on a day-to-day basis. So for example, food delivery, you're not going to have any other passengers in the car. Maybe for you, that might be a little less exciting than talking to somebody, having a nice conversation. If you were driving rideshare, where you're driving a customer in your vehicle, maybe driving by yourself might be a little less exciting, if you will. Maybe you'll be more excited to work on your own as an Amazon Flex driver where you're delivering, picking up and delivering packages on your own. So you want to think about, what will I be doing on a day-to-day basis and how will that fit into what I know I enjoy? If you really like to get dialed in and stay focused, maybe listen to music and be on your own, then maybe you should choose something that's a little less customer facing like food delivery or Amazon Flex. Now my reason is mostly around time. Of course, with our new family, the time commitment, I can't drive all these apps at the same time. I really focus on the food delivery space, which we've covered in other videos. But here's the thing. You also want to think about what you will be doing as far as physical activity. And this might be something a lot of people overlook. If you want something where you just get in your car and you make money, maybe rideshare like a Uber driver or a Lyft driver, it would be better for you because you're not leaving your car, you're not lifting heavy packages, you're not going in and out of restaurants. But if you like being on your feet, maybe you like being outside in the weather and the sunshine, or here in the snow in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania currently, maybe you like being on your feet and food delivery is better for you, or parcel delivery with Amazon Flex. you want to think about what will be the demands of the day-to-day basis in this point number 4. So would I drive Amazon Flex down the road? Do I see myself trying it? Is it worth it? Do you make enough money? Well, absolutely yes, I 100% would try it. Of course, the time commitment and time constraints are holding me back from trying new apps at this time, but when you look at all of those options, the pay, the time, all of those options, it's really up to you on how to spend your time. The most important thing is that there is no wrong answer. I would 100% encourage you to sign up for Amazon Flex or whatever it happens to be and just try it out. See how you like it, see how flexible the schedule is and how much money you make and how you like those day-to-day demands, if you will, on these side hustles or full-time hustles. So the only way I know you like this video is to drop a like and consider subscribing to my twin brother's channel, Your Driver Mike. Again, my name is Matt. I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you in the next one.